Welcome, everyone. I will be your host slash DM, Battleship Colorado 45, and today we will be playing the first session of Dungeons and Dragons on stream. There are a few things that I need to go over that are just for y'all. This also will be uploaded to YouTube, so for those watching on YouTube, thank you for coming by. I do appreciate it. First off, while I'm in session and I am being the DM, I will be unable to recheck because I am using up every bit of screen space possible, from having Discord up for face cams and everything like that, to battle maps, to character sheets, stat blocks, all this. I will be unable to see chat at all. So, on that note, just please be respectful, listen to the mods. The mods tell you to, hey, knock it off. Listen to them. They do have the authority to, if they feel that's necessary, to time you out or to ban you. So please be respectful. On that note, please keep rules lawyering to a minimum. We want everybody to have fun. Sorry to be like, hey, the rules say this every once in a while, but doing it consistently, no. First offense, you'll be given a written warning from one of the mods saying, hey, back off. 2 is a timeout, and 3 is a ban, which might resolve into a permaban. So, we don't want to ban anybody, but if we have to, we will. As I said before, this will be uploaded to YouTube. Thanks! I like to jack in myself. I will be becoming undeafened momentarily in the Discord. So, it is part of my Issei cosplay. So this will be uploaded to YouTube in 2 parts. First segment and second segment. I want to upload it as one big bit. But I figured I at least upload it into 2 parts. On all the D&D scenes. I'm sure. Fancy. On all the D&D scenes, there will be no alerts. So that if somebody comes in on a raid or does bits or subs or whatever, there will be no alerts for that. And also there will be no sound effects, so no redeemable sounds like beach, plane, rip, all those. Not on any of these scenes because I need to focus on my players and what I'm doing. Be respectful in general, especially to the players. Some of them are kind of first time or are just waking up or has some things going on personally. So just be respectful, and also just in general be respectful. This is a bit of a homebrew campaign. I am writing the story myself as we go along. It is based off the D&D 5e world of Faerun, or at least the world of Troll on the continent of Faerun. So some things aren't going to be canonically correct according to what Wizards of the Coast have. Don't give a shit. It's the way I'm doing it. And there will also be some house rules when they come up. I'll go over them when we get to that point. Some of the players, including myself, will be using IRL dice for the rolls. Some will be using Roll20 dice to do the rolls. Honestly, I trust my players not to fudge their rolls. So if they want to roll IRL, they can roll IRL. I trust them. If they want to roll Roll20, perfectly fine. Don't matter to me. Romance. Like any good video game that is an RPG, has romance. And of course, I have incorporated romance into my game. So, there may be a wee bit of romancing happening. Don't know. Depends on what the players want to do. Depends what happened. Apart from that, that is pretty much it for things that I needed to go over prior to casting us off. Just waiting for one more person to hop in to the VC. So yeah, and if you don't know the YouTube channel, let me pop that command real quick. That'll take you directly to the channel where this will be uploaded. So, apart from that, I need to take a look at Discord real quick and see if it's being tied up at the moment. Uh... Okay, that's fine. Give me a second, just going over some things. There we go. So I might cut this bit out. So now there's one other thing I need to go over is that canonically for them, they have already met and all that. But for y'all, they haven't. So this is all new. Exciting. Wonderful. So, besides that, I'm just waiting on the last person. We have one player who will be a wee bit late, but that's fine. I'm hoping. Excuse me as I die. Hoping that by the time we get through character intros and everything, they will be here. We can proceed forward. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got 4 people. I will now go and be.
I knew that it wasn't a certain thing, even starting this late, that Halo was going to be here on time.
Yeah. We already knew this.
It was a known quantity.
No quantity. Hello. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Just casually chatting.
Just casually chatting. That's perfectly fine. I was deafened, so I done what I needed to go over.
Oh my god, that jacket.
I know. You want to know something? You want to know something? This is all part of a fucking cosplay that I have yet to actually fucking wear to a fucking con. Because I never got the rest of it.
Wear that jacket.
Yeah.
Trying to recognize where that's from.
I will give you a hint. The character's name is Issei.
It's not Blue Exorcist.
Nope.
It's not Bukaki.
Fairy Tale?
Nope. Bear was close. It is High School DxD.
I haven't watched that, so I wouldn't know.
That sounds like some yandere shit.
Nah, it's some harem ecchi shit. That's what that is.
Right.
So basically just a lot of...
Pretty much. So...
Not gonna lie. I the reason why I initially thought it looked like it was from Blue Exorcist because I think doesn't the main character wear something like that too?
Very similar, yeah.
Yes. Very similar.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. As Will descends. All right. So right now, descent into madness. Into Avernus. Since there's only 4 of us right now, I'm presuming Dizzy's just running a little bit behind, so that's fine. We have.
Sorry, Dizzy.
It's perfectly fine. We have time. Character intros will take long enough as is already, so gives everybody time to breathe and compose and get whatever they need to done. So I want to roll a d4 to see who's going to be introduced first. Oh, hey! Look at that. Look at that. Just swap over to
Will.
Hashtag Will. No, it is actually. I gotta get to her because I gotta actually filter some shit out. Daku, you are up to bat first. So let me explain the setting real quick. Actually, let me swap back to this scene because I'm a dummy. We start off seeing a world looking very similar to the planet Earth, with deserts, forests, mountains, as we begin this story of adventure, battle, love, magic, and friendship. We see as the camera pans down to some traveling souls arriving in the city of Neverwinter on a nice, warm, sunny day this morning. First, we see Milo and Daku. Take it away.
You hand across the room and you see a cute cat standing by a barrel, looking a little lost, looking a little lonely, a little tiny bit disheveled. So she's been on a long adventure. She came from her hometown of where her parents just disowned her, in which you'll find out the story in days to come. She's sitting there just purring to herself, drinking a nice mead from the bar whence she got. And you notice that she has a little bit of a special skill. She's carrying this book. And this book seems to have a bit of an aura around it. And you wonder if there's any spells. But you won't know until later.
Until later. Alright. And give me a second to bring up D&D Beyond. And I will ask from whence direction you are coming from. If you just want to move your token to whichever direction you're coming from. While I get this set up real quick.
Oh, yeah. So she's come from the Neverwinter. Over there.
Over there! Alright.
She swishes in.
And she swooshes in. What's she doing right now? Is she just kind of just perusing, meandering around type deal?
She's meandering, trying to introduce herself to people because she's, been on some long travels. She went a little bit rogue for a while. And so now she's just trying to get to know the lay of the land, put her paws out and just be like, hey,
how you doing?
What you doing?
What
Using
you
her
doing?
little senses to determine which direction to go. So her feline senses are tingling.
Alright. Very nice.
And all you hear in the background is...
Oh, that didn't come through.
You hear little purrs.
Purrs. Just a little purrs.
Yeah, my mic doesn't pick it up.
Your mic? Yeah, that's weird. That's dumb. Also, that's not the thing I want. I want that one. Come here. Come here, you madam. Gotta make you big. Ha 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 ha. There you go.
Thick.
Alrighty, next up. We see 1, 2, 3, 4. A camera pans around from seeing this Neko just meandering around next to the Neverwinter River. As we see Ozzy, you are up next. Describe your character, which direction you're coming from, and what do we see them doing at the moment?
The panda. As the camera rolls around, they would see a tall 6'3" man with long, dark, jet black hair and crimson red eyes, with a black and red cloak on, slowly walking around, looking for somewhere to relax and maybe train with some swords and archery.
Okay. And which direction are you traveling from? And we can kind of go from there.
East.
East. Alright, so kind of same direction as Milo is coming from. So kind of just chilling, looking somewhere to just kick back and relax a little bit. You do kind of see some like parlors and just little cafes here and there, and there's some benches that just are scattered by the government or by the ruler of Neverwinter. You just kind of chill and just meander around, do whatever for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I don't have to do a cam for you because you don't have one. So that makes my life a little easier. Unless you wish to do the cam. It's all up to you. Next up will be... Ho 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 ho! Good thing I looked at your stuff, sir, and fixed your description. Good Sir Will. As the camera pans around from seeing this human walking through, looking to try to find somewhere to rest and relax for a little bit, we see somebody else come in, and give me a second to get you a view. Oh, not that. You don't want that, guys. You want this. There we go. What do we see, good sir?
You see, coming in through let's say the northeast gate. A very well-dressed male human, about 5'9", I believe. Mustache, nice hair, kind of a auburn-colored hair. Yeah, thick mustache, a suit of kind of purple and red, and and he's walking in like he owns the place. And walking next to him is a little goblin, which is also wearing a copy of the exact same suit. So there's, walking in together. Yep.
They're just walking in together. Which direction are you walking in to Neverwinter?
Coming in from the northeast.
Oops. Coming in from the northeast. Are you wishing to do anything particular, or are you just kind of meandering or vibing?
Gribby, how about we get you a hat to match that suit? I think you would look fucking awesome wearing a hat. Little top hat.
Little top hat. All right. So, are you looking for any particular store at this moment for that, or just
somewhere where I think I could get a rep, or like a custom made little goblin top hat.
A little goblin top hat. Okay. All right. Man, a second. I gotta make you big. Look big on your screen.
Ooh, looking big.
Looking big. So there's a couple of shops, kind of where you're coming through, right now. You're good there. You're good. That you kind of see that do like mainly clothes, but you do see a few that do specialize in some hats. One just kind of looks like fairly average price. You got the average cap for most of the people, or a nice little cowboy hat or whatever. Just average day citizens hats. And then you got a shop that does a little bit more like middle class, a little bit better off type hats. And then you have the posh one where they do like the fancy big old sundress hat with a flower and all that kind of stuff. Bowler hats with all of it, top hats, everything. Real nice and fancy, very smooth material. It just fits perfectly.
To be honest, Rex was thinking kind of, middle of the road, but then walks past one of the nice shops, which does one of the really like fancy bowler hats.
Yeah.
And now I definitely want, Gribby, my son, nothing's too good for you. We gotta get you the top of the line here.
Gribby, get good hat, yay! I almost died doing that. I'll have to work on his voice. Okay.
Gotta talk to Gribby through the whole session. No one else.
God, no. I would die. So you walk into this store. There's a couple of customers and a couple employees up front right now, working. One of them walks up to you and goes, "Oh, yes, sir. What can we do for you today?" Noticing that you have this goblin, like, "Oh, a servant, perhaps?"
Rex is gonna pick up Gribby, put him on his shoulder, and go, "My friend here needs a fancy little bowler hat. Can you do that for him?"
Of course. Are we looking for matching the outfit in color and style, or are we looking for something different? No, matching? Okay.
Nice purple and red bowler hat.
Okay. And he takes you over to these hats, and of course, once again, Rex, this is pricey, but not so far outside of your budget, like what you can actually afford. It's not too far outside of that, but it is out there. And he takes you over and sees you see all these bowler hats and various different styles and embroidery and things. Are we looking for something that is fancy but yet simple, or are we looking for very eye-catching and provocative?
Honestly, I'm just looking for something that's gonna fit his tiny little head.
Okay, very well. And he looks around and he finds this. It's somewhat simple, but it still is a bit fancy. He's got the main part of the hat is purple with a red band going around it, a thick band, almost kind of like a ribbon, but it's a little bit thicker, so maybe like a leather strap. that's been very carefully engraved and sewn in with intricate patterns and things on it. And he puts it on top of Gribby's head, and he looks around a little bit. How does that fit, Mister? And Gribby just starts shaking his head all over the place. Stays on my head.
I think you look just fantastic, my son.
Yeah,
That is perfect. Yeah, that. What's that gonna set us back for that one?
well, and he starts to think a little bit. And so, you're looking at it possibly, because of how fine the material is and everything, about 125 gold.
125 gold pieces
Yes.
for a hat.
Yes.
For a goblin.
It's
That is a damn fine deal. Here is your 125 gold pieces.
Okay.
I'll just throw it at him instead. Start walking out of the store.
All right, mark 125 gold out of your inventory.
Worth it.
And now Gribby, wearing kind of the same outfit as you, matching you, now has a matching bowler hat upon his head. And
Mwah.
now I gotta get you added to this scene. I gotta find. There you are. There's your cam. Come here. Oh, you're a little big. A little big.
I love how this looks. It looks so good.
Oh, thank you. It's a lot
I'm
of.
a little big.
You are a little big, but I gotta get you behind the boulders first, so that way we can actually see. Actually, wait, hold on. You gotta be. Go there then. You'll be fine there. Ah, almost perfect. I almost had you perfect first try. There we go.
You can have me first time, baby.
Oh, baby.
Hey.
And that now leaves last for right now. Good Sir Bear. He doesn't have his VTuber up, so I just make his pixel bigger. Wah. So the camera pans around from seeing this human and goblin walking out of a store with a new hat on his head, to what do we see before the camera?
Well, what the camera sees when it pans through the protected enclave of Neverwinter is a completely bloody, soaked in blood from head to toe, dragging 3 corpses while holding 3 dead or alive wanted posters. Is a very kindly, kind of baby-faced, human-like person. You can't see his face pretty well because of the hood covering him to protect his eyes from the glaring sun. But you do see little strands of kind of blondish hair, golden blonde hair, over piercing red eyes. He stops at the entrance of the gates and flags down a guard protecting.
A guard? Okay. Yes, what can I do for you, sir?
It's been a while. Can you point me towards where I can hand these deaths in and I lift up the 3 wanted posters?
Yes, if you proceed down the street here, not too far, you will see a bounty claim office, which is also part of the jail. But if you go down that way, maybe about 15 minutes, you shall find it.
Thank you, good sir.
Of course.
Hope
of
you have a
course.
wonderful day.
It's the same to you, sir.
Dion continues to walk on, dragging these stiffs.
Now, are these bodies covered or are they uncovered at the moment?
They are uncovered.
Okay.
He didn't have anything to cover him with, so it's a pretty gruesome sight.
Yeah. So, as you're walking down the streets in Neverwinter, the people are just like, how unseemly. It's dragging bodies without covering them or anything. And they're noticing that you're dragging them, but they also kind of notice that you seem to be more like a bounty hunter type sort. So they're not too like overly gasping, but they are going, ugh, that is unsightly and uncivilized and shit like that.
Dion doesn't give a damn.
Okay, figured.
He when he reaches the bounty claim board, he'll once again rave down a guard if they're working said board, and a clerk,
So yeah,
and us.
Yeah, at this point they come out. You arrive at basically the bounty claim office / jailhouse, and you wave somebody down, and this tall, about 8-foot Goliath, very muscular, like almost Arnold Schwarzenegger back when he was doing bodybuilding, muscular, walks out and goes, "What can we do for you?"
I came to claim these three, and then I just plopped down the 3 wanted posters, and if you have another more, after looking around and having a bit of a chuckle at the what the spectators were saying, more civilized way of disposing these bodies.
Yeah,
Please do it.
we can take care of them. And he'll take whatever you're using to pull these bodies along with, from you.
It's just it's just basically a rope tied around the torsos of each body.
Yeah. So he'll
tied
take
up
that. Yeah, he'll take that from you, and kind of pull them all the way inside. And don't worry about that. And we will say that for 3 bounties, 5 apiece. Give me a second. I gotta do quick maths. Somebody else will come up and after the Goliath that's handed off your the wanted posters sees this more slender, still tall, burrow folk lady. She's got dark brunette hair, with some flowers in them, and goes, "Alrighty, so for the lot of them, it is going to be 285 gold that we're going to give you. Unless you have an issue with that."
No, I have no issue with that.
Okay. And she gives...
Just getting these scum off the road.
Yep. So, she will give you... I have to do some more quick maths because I'm not going to make you carry around 205 gold pieces all the time. 5 divided by 10. She will give you 28 platinum pieces and 5 gold pieces. And real quick, as a reminder for everybody, for every 10 gold pieces, it's a platinum, and then when downgrading, it's 1 gold piece per silver piece, and then 1 silver piece for every 10 copper pieces.
Oh joy! So 28 platinum and 5 gold. Is that right?
That is correct. It's actually
Oh boy!
pretty good. I rolled a 95 on 2d10s. Oh, well, technically on D100. So, quickly make sure that I swap scenes here. So yeah, and at this point we're just kind of waiting on. So in the meantime, what is everybody wanting to do while we're waiting for the rest of the party to arrive? Now we'll attempt to keep an eye on the Discord while we're waiting.
If no one else has anything to do, and it's not gonna like waste people's time, then yeah, I got some things I wouldn't mind doing.
It's up to y'all at the moment.
Do it.
There is a very
Do
much
it.
a do it going on.
All right. Okay. In that case,
All Rex hears from the bellows of somewhere nearby is the cat going, "Do it!
do
Do
it.
it!"
Do it.
He has no idea where this has come from, but he feels very, very inclined.
Take. Hold on. 4 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Oh,
Damn. Fucking Daku rolling out the. I mean, Milo just rolling out the fucking necrotic damage or the psychic damage. Right? And then if y'all want to, with your with you Rex, I'll move Gribby to wherever you are. Oh, hey, there she is.
Oh, hey, here we go.
Might hold off a minute because she's muted. Wait for
And
it
now
again.
readjust everyone's portraits.
Yep, I'm just realizing that I'm going to have to do that, which is fine. It's perfectly fine. I expected this to happen. This is the reason why we have the first session. Because then I can adjust properly. Nope, nope. Okay, so we need to go like 600. Close. 650? Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay, that's just gonna take me forever in a day. Let's do that. 150.
Well, while you're doing this, I'm just going to interject. Dion is now going to go find a place to
Yeah.
clean up his clothes.
Yeah, so you kind of find somewhere where they do some laundry and things like that. Give me a second. I gotta get this. Trying to get everything. Yeah, you're able to find a place that is willing to do laundry. Do you have a spare change of clothes is the question. Or are you looking for somewhere that also does bath as well while you're getting your clothes washed?
Bath as well.
Bath as well? Okay. So you're kind of directed to one of the, like, a bathhouse that also does this. And are like, yeah, sure, we can take care of this for you. And it'll be 2 copper pieces for the clothes, and then say another 3 copper pieces for the words. Please be with me right now. Oh, I'm cutting off your head. That's the reason why.
Oh no!
I was cutting off Daku's head. That's not cool to me. There we go. Yeah, say about 6 copper pieces in total for the bath and for the clothes to be washed.
Alright.
So you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay, so you going ahead and do that. You spend time soaking in everything. Oops, I didn't want that to be like that. That was fucking a mess up on my part. No, that's too much now. And yeah, just give me like 20 seconds. This is to be expected for a session of D&D.
Yep.
All the difficulties come forth, which is fine. I expected this to be a difficulty. I am willing to overcome. Oh, that's too much. Very. Okay, there we go. We're closer now. Yep. There we go. And take a lot off the top. Oh, there's his face, which helps me. Get everything back into perspective. 1,000? No, too much. 850, too much. Oh, that's better. That's better. We're getting there. I wish there was a faster way to do this. I really wish there was. Ha 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 ha! Bamf! Alright. Ta-da! Everybody's back in their original positions. There. So while you're meandering around and everything, taking in the sights, this isn't your first time being in Neverwinter for all of you. You've been here once before, at least, if not several times beforehand. So you're just kind of meandering around, taking in the sights and sounds of the city once more. Of course, I'll go over this again once they arrive. Before you all made your journey to Neverwinter, once again you received a letter from the Lord of Neverwinter, Lord Doglet Neverember, with the following. Dear, your names. I and the people of Neverwinter are in need of your services to deal with an issue we have been dealing with once again. Upon arriving in the city, please come to the Halls of Justice and ask one of the staff to escort you to my office at 4 in the afternoon for information on the quest. Once the quest is completed, return to my office and you will be rewarded for your help. I hope to meet you in person soon. Very respectfully, Doglet Neverember, Lord of Neverwinter. Currently, right now, it's about roughly 9 in the morning as you will enter the city, as you see city folk going about their daily routines as you make your way through the hustle and the bustle of the city. So at this point, it's kind of whatever y'all want to do. I know Rex has already gotten a nice bowler hat for Ribby, the goblin NPC that you all spared his life, and he kind of grew attached to y'all. But you can go around, you can shop around. If you guys go to the Protector's Enclave, I have a couple of NPCs already that I have listed for like weapons, armor, potions, scrolls, anything magic related like that. You can go to the inns if you wish. Is anything you want to do at this moment? Oh. Lost. No, that's not what I wanted to do. No, perfectly fine. Give me a second, everybody. No. The wrong scene. That was the wrong scene. Apologies about that, everybody.
Bim, bum, bum,
Bim,
dun,
bum,
dun,
dun,
da, 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 da,
dun.
da, 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 da,
Alright,
da, da.
I can go. I can figure out a dish. I'll just take hers out, and then real quick, while I'm at it, let's just go boop. And come here. What? That's not the right thing. Ah, yes, you all noticing about each other's stuff. There we are. Alright. Can't remember what I had these numbers set to prior. So this is what I get. I don't make separate fucking filters for shit. It's biting me, but that's fine.
Fine.
This is fine. So while I'm
This is fine.
fixing everything,
Involving embers here.
right? So yeah, at this point, it's kind of like whatever y'all want to do. And for right now, Leaf is just going to kind of be meandering around. Might go back to the little cafe ran by Rose Meadow that she visited the last time she was in Neverwinter, for the time being.
Cute.
Just kind of keep her sort of nice and
Um,
comfy for the time being.
Well, if no one else has anything to do, I've got some ideas.
You guys got a couple of hours to burn in game time. So,
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm realizing 125 gold was an obscene amount of money to spend on a hat. So we got to do something about that. We got to get that money back.
you got to get that money back.
So Rex is gonna turn to Gribby and just go, all right, son, now here's the play. I need you to give me the hat, and you sit there, you scratch your head, right? It's itching like nothing else to you, okay? Can you pretend like you got an itchy scalp for me?
I can do that.
Yeah, show me what you got, son.
And he just goes frivolously at his head, like going hard scratching at it. As I almost knocked my headphones in the process of doing that.
It's commitment. It's commitment.
A commitment
That's
to
my
the bit.
boy. All right. Get up. Actually, you know what? Take my hand. We'll go back into the store.
Okay.
So this is like 15. This is like 20, maybe half an hour later. Walking back into the store.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah. And can I see the person that I was speaking to originally?
Yeah, so
The person I bought the hat from.
Yep. So it looks like he's currently dealing with a customer at the moment, but it looks like he might be finishing up with that. But based off what you can see right now, it looks like he's working with them.
That's fine. I will interrupt that. I will walk right in and just go, "Oi, you! What the bloody hell's going on here?" Walking up to that guy.
Okay. Whatever do you mean, sir?
That hat I bought here not 30 minutes ago. It was filled with fucking lice.
And I'm assuming that Gribby is, at this moment, Gribby is just like, you're wanting Gribby to be scratching the fuck out of his head.
Yeah. Looking at Gribby, just going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, roll for deception.
Deception.
And I will say that you also have advantage with Gribby doing the bit of acting that he's doing.
Thank God, because that was a 3. Actually, you know what? 10. Yeah. What is that? Deception is a +8. I think I've got on that. Yeah, +8. So 18 for deception.
Okay. I am so sorry. I thought we normally don't have this issue.
I demand a full refund.
Intimidation.
Sure. That's an 18 again, +8, I think, for intimidation. Yeah, so 26.
Okay. Of course, anything, sir. I'm so sorry. And you just see him rushing back and grabbing 100 and whatever. It was
125.
Thank you. 125 gold, running back up to you, and it's like, and it's also not like all in the gold that you paid him with. It's like also in a bit of platinum as well. Here you go. Here you go, sir. He rolled a natural 1. I shit you fucking not. So you're 125.
Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna have to have him washed. I'm gonna have to take him to get it groomed. So I think you're gonna have to pay for all that too. So I'm gonna at least another 20 gold for the inconveniences and costs you have incurred.
Give me a performance check.
Oh, performance that I don't have anything in. Oh shit! Natural 19. I'm putting on the cam just because.
Put it on the cam.
Because I can. Just because I can. Hold up. Wait. There it is. Oh, you can barely see it though.
Oh, I can
It's down-
I can tell.
That guy, that one
Yeah.
there.
That's an 19. I can read that.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Nice.
So
I
is
love
that your
having
total?
that option. Sorry, 19 performance is. Oh, actually, I've still got +5, so 24. Shit, I don't have proficiency. It's just high charisma.
Could we do like 15 extra gold?
Oh. All right, bud. I'm taking this hat and I'm burning it.
Of course. Whatever.
right.
We don't want to infest any of the other stuff. And he frantically goes back and grabs some more gold. So an additional 15 pieces of. that's
That's
you get-
145 gold.
That's 140. Or
No,
140.
40.
Yeah, 140. You were right. I'm just doing
Yeah,
conversions at the moment. So he comes back with 14 platinum pieces and hands them to you.
14 platinum. Done. That is. Wait, what happened to all my platinum? Oh, did you modify my inventory?
No? Should still be all there. I have not touched any of y'all's inventory. It'll show
No,
up
it's
as
fine.
it'll show up as mainly gold. When not looking at the individual items when you click on
No,
it.
actually, sorry. You're right. Don't worry. It's fine. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
Disregard.
It's all good.
I had a brain fart there for a second.
You
But
are
yes, got it. Awesome.
perfectly fine. And what do you do after this?
No, you.
Oh, very
Then we'll storm out. And then, yeah. Go find somewhere, sit down, have a meal before we go see Corporal Colonel again.
Corporal Colonel again. Oh my god. Okay. Does anybody else? I know Dion's currently having a nice soak while his clothes is getting washed. Daku, Ozzy.
I want to see if there's like a local market around to get some snacks to put in my backpack, because I feel like snacks are a good thing to have on hand.
Snacks.
You know, just some cookies, a little bit of milk, because I'm a cat.
Of course. So.
It doesn't have to be high end. It can be on any scale, but a nice little market where you have local vendors.
Yeah. So.
Where you can look around at all the stuff and things.
Yeah. So for the most part, most of the districts do have something like that. Just some are, a bit more fancier with like, oh yes, these exotic fruits and things like that. If you're looking for something like down the middle of the road, you'll make your way. You're kind of pointing down towards, of course, the Protector's Enclave, which is kind of considered the more middle class and also more the adventures area. Like there's adventurers all over the place, and also all the different classes all together all over the place. It's just more of what you're looking for specifically for just like generic snacks and stuff like that. It's more recommended for you to go down that way. The Black Flag District has a little bit more of that, but not by much. Protector's Enclave is kind of like the hub of all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so Milo heads down to the Protector's Enclave.
Okay.
And so travel time.
So yeah, so it takes you about I would say at this point we'll say that you're about middle of the way down the river district side of the Neverwinter River. It takes you probably about 45 minutes to kind of get to more of the market area. And you do find mini stands that have like fruits, vegetables, food, meat, all of it, just kind of all over the place. And the more snackish types, like your trail mixes and just things like that nature, you do find a couple of stores like that. And the one that's closest to you right now is called the Adventurer's Snack Shop. Fuck it.
Ooh.
I didn't have it.
We'll have a look at this Adventurous Snack Shop.
Yep.
Because it sounds fit for me. Being an adventurer.
So, you walk in, there's a little bell chime, but it's so it's crowded in there. It's very much crowded in it. There's a lot of adventurers just kind of wandering around. It's kind of like it almost looks like your regular like grocery store with aisles and things like that, but more in a fantasy time setting, fantasy medieval time setting. So yeah, they kind of have like little marquees that say what's in each aisle. So yeah, you browse around, looking for whatever. What do you do at that point?
Cool. So as I'm mincing around, I pick up some, a couple of, little UHT milks because I need to last if I'm going on an adventure. And I pick up just like a trail mix and, because I'm a cat, some biscuits,
Some
some little
boosters.
crunchies, some crunchy snacks. And I go over to the clerk and I say, "Hello, good sir. I would like to pay for these here things."
Okay, and
Ring them up.
And you see there's a couple of them that's running around back and forth across the whole counter space that you see. He goes, "Oh, just give me 1 second, ma'am. Give me 1 second, ma'am." As he finishes up the sales with somebody else, and he comes back over. "I'm so sorry. Let me see what you got here. Yes,
No, you're
yes.
fine.
All right. So, total will be 2 silvers and 5 copper pieces."
Oh, perfect. I hand over the silvers and the coppers, and I also hand them over another 10 copper to thank them for their good service.
Oh, thank you. You just want to hand over a silver piece because 10 copper is silver.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I will do that.
I just wanted to help out a little bit with the currency stuff.
Those
So
people who pay for everything with 1 cent pieces,
yeah, right.
Yes, I am that person.
just counting each individual penny. So you hand them 3 silver pieces. And of course the little bit of copper pieces that you're for the chunk change, we'll say, for the original total. And he goes, "Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Hopefully you have a good adventure, and always come by if you ever need more snacks. Tell your friends." And
I definitely will. Thank you. We'll be back.
and he's put all your stuff in this like I wouldn't say paper, but it's kind of like a paper bag. Could say that it's like hardened cloth that is meant to be manipulated a bit with some strong rolling and creasing, and he hands it off to you.
Thank you so very much, sir. I appreciate you, and I'll definitely come back. And I walk out and I start traveling towards this place we need to go to for this meeting.
Ozzy, you want to do anything while before I circle back around to Bear, who's still, or back to Dion? So does Touchy want to do anything? Forgive me, it's going to take me a bit of time again.
I'll probably start to head to the red cell.
Speak louder or move mic closer, because that was barely audible.
I said I'll probably start slowly heading towards a red cell and grab a few drinks.
Okay. Yeah, so you proceed. It takes you about 45 minutes as well to get to the Protector's Enclave District. And yeah, you make, and at this point it's about 10 in the morning for you, and you make your way into the Rastiel's Inn, and it's kind of it's not filled, it's not really crowded, but there are a few patrons here and there just getting, some last minute meals or getting an early lunch. And you remember seeing this big, burly human with a bit of salt and pepper going on in his brunette hair, named Morg. He goes, "Oh, hi there, Tachi. What can I do for you?"
Not much, just ale or two.
All right. Well, that'll just be a couple of coppers.
You sure?
Okay. So mark 2 coppers out of your bank.
Okay, just give me a second so I
And then I presume do you want to sit at the bar, or you just go find yourself a nice table to just kind of chill and relax at?
I'll sit at the spot we were last time.
Okay, so yeah, you proceed. So yeah, you proceed to the back corner where you guys were last seated at, while partaking in the Rastail's Inn's meal and drinks. And yeah, you just chill there with your ale and drink. Anything particular you're doing while you're just sitting there, or just vibing?
Just chilling and drinking and watching the chaos unfold if there's any chaos.
Not much chaos going on right now. It's just mainly the hustle and bustle of normal city, everyday city life for Neverwinter. You know what? Give me a perception check.
5.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of notice as you're then walking through, you might have noticed like maybe an increase in the number of guards, but you're not too certain. You really weren't paying too close attention to that. Apart from that, you really don't notice much going on. As you just chill and vibe. Bear, you finished taking your. By the time you're done taking your bath, your clothes are washed and have been. Well, they haven't exactly been washed. They've been magically cleaned. Prestidigitation. God, I cannot say that word right now. Save my fucking life. Placed upon them, and so they're now nice and clean, and they were folded up and brought to you. You dry off and get changed back into them. Say it's about, in general for everybody, about 10:45, maybe 11 o'clock in the morning. What do you do from there?
What time are we
Hi.
supposed to be meeting? Sorry.
4.
4. Oh, okay, cool.
Got some time.
Yeah, like I said, you have
Oh,
time.
Plenty of time.
That's the reason why I'm birding it right now. Slowly.
Oh, I want some snacks.
And I'm sorry to interrupt. Just one quick question: Do
Yes.
we know the whole squad's been summoned, or just
All-
individually?
So, as far as you are aware of, I mean, you could do a check to see, maybe. It would be a very, very high DC, but as of right now, character-wise, you only know that you have been summoned back here by Neverember.
Cool. Well, please continue. Thank you.
So after Dion has had his much-needed bath,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna go window shopping.
Window shopping. What exactly is he window shopping for? Give me something.
He is going to be window shopping for a better rapier and a great sword. Or if he can't find anything, he's going to go hit a blacksmith and see if he can maybe get something commissioned.
Okay. Are you looking for something magically related, or are you just looking for mundane?
Add a character. A +1.
A +1. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a second, because I was not fully prepared as I thought I was, and I need to get another tab open up for that. As soon as the encoder stops speeding up. Go to my characters. Apologies to both YouTube and stream. Computers just want to be a pill bucket and a half right now.
When doesn't it?
You're not wrong, especially with this fucking machine. Could have sworn I had a net one.
Oh yeah. And also while he's window shopping for the 2 new weapons, if he ends up seeing a medium piece of armor like a breastplate or something,
Yeah.
he'll probably take a look at it.
Okay. So you walk around and you're kind of guided towards where, like, you're guided towards the area near the Halls of Justice, which is the area in the bottom right of the map. And you're told to speak to a fellow ASMR by the name of Mort, M-O-R-T, for things of that nature. And then if you're looking for somebody to commission, could have sworn I had a blacksmith's name written down. I have a blacksmith's name written down somewhere. I just don't remember where it's at. But there is a blacksmith that is highly recommended to see. So what do you do?
He is going to go to the Hall of Justice first.
Okay, so you go to head towards the direction of the Halls of Justice, and you're met by this bazaar. Kind of has also the general food, clothing, things like that nature. Just average everyday possible things that an adventurer would need. Because this is mainly where adventurers come and go, and also those that are members of the guard and things like that. And you notice the ASMR. He's got almost like fire red hair, very short, and stands at about 6'4", and he's muscular, but more of a sturdy built muscular. He's not overly muscular, but just enough. He's just kind of built. What do you do?
I go up and take a look at his wares.
Okay. And you see his wares, and you notice that there might be some magical ones there, some a little bit more higher strength ones there. And he sees you, and he goes, "Well there, what can I do for you?"
Yeah, I'm looking for two better weapons. Just curious, do you happen to have some rapiers and greatswords in your wares?
What the fuck did you go D4?
D4. Okay.
No, I was looking for my D4 because I was rolling for something. I got some. I got some stuff for you. Anything in particular you're looking for? Of course, I got all the different types of weapons that you might need. Of course, minus the, the spell casting swords.
Dion is gonna draw out his two blades and just holds them and says, "Nah, I'm just looking for a bit of an upgrade."
Okay, and remind me, rapier. You have a rapier.
Material finesse.
Okay, so you have a rapier, and what
Yes.
else?
Great sword.
Great sword. Okay. So he kind of looks and. Well, to be honest, there, lad, I don't have a rapier. Better than what you have right now, to be honest. But let me take a look in the back and see if I have something for you. And he goes back and looks around, and you kind of hear shuffling and some clanking and going on as he's moving weapons around and everything. Comes back out and just kind of has a bit of a disappointed look on his face of just not happy that he's not able to satisfy a customer. And he's like, "Unfortunately, that a lot I don't have anything better than what you got right there. If anything, you could go visit one of the smiths. They might be able to get them blades of yours sharpened up a bit more. But unfortunately, I don't got what you're looking for in stock right now. I got about everything else in stock, but just not those two right now. Bit of a hot item."
That's okay, my good man. Do you happen to have any bits of armor?
I don't have any armor, but if you go see Katra, she'll get you taken care of. She's just just catty corner behind me over here. And you see that there's not only are there stalls lining the inside of this bazaar, because this bazaar is also walled off. but there's entryways in 4 different directions to get in and out of it. And there are also a center line of stalls in there as well. And you do notice that there's one being occupied category behind him towards the more south west.
All right. Well, thank you for the directions, mate. I might probably come back and see if you might have anything else that I could probably get my hands on at some point.
Oh, of course. Anytime. I'm just sorry that I couldn't take care of you this time around.
No worries, mate. I had a specific request, so of course, no harm done.
Oh, thank you for the understanding.
I thank him and I walk off to the place that he directed me to.
Okay, so you walk around and you see there's a whole bunch of plate mail, studded leather, regular. You see kind of a batch of different types, but almost like of the variety of armor there. And you see somebody come back from the back, and you see about 5'6", roughly. Black hair with a black tail. Neko. And she goes, "Yeah, what do you want?"
I'm looking for something better than this bit of leather armor I've got.
What can you wear up to? Remind me.
I can wear heavy, light, and medium, along with shields, because I am proficient with fighter.
Okay. Are you looking for medium or heavy?
Probably around medium. If heavy might be a bit too much.
So, of course, she asked for some bit of medium armor. One second. Are you looking for common or magical?
Common. He's not really worried about anything for the armor.
I got some stuff for you. I got some. I got like a Athena breastplate. I got a couple of chainmail around. Also a couple of chain shirts. Don't have any half plate at the moment. Got some padded armor. Some padded leather armor, but that's about it. If you want to know specifics, let me know, or what they do.
He's gonna stroke his chin and he's gonna ask how much the breastplated armor will cost him.
That's going to cost you about 400 gold. But then, okay, I know it's a lot, but I got to ask for that price.
Of course.
You can attempt. I will say this much for everybody. You can attempt to haggle. If you feel like trying to haggle.
Dion is just gonna contain to stroke his chin, while having a quick ponder.
Hey. Okay.
Look at me, fashionably late.
That's fine.
Hey.
Give us a bit. We'll get to you.
You said every 10 silver is 1 gold, yes? And then every 10 gold is a platinum?
Yes, that is correct. The nominations of 10 going up, and then 10. Then for every 1, 10 down.
Right. Okay. Damn, it's just a bit short.
I mean, if you want, you think you can try to haggle. I'm always willing to try, but, you know, stuff ain't cheap, especially with what Lord Neverember's attempting to do. Or is doing right now. It's... Don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of running around going on, and... material's starting to get stretched a little thin to make stuff.
I've noticed I've actually been summoned by the Lord of Neverwinter.
Well, then... Shit. You might know a little bit more than me, but... I think something's coming. And so everybody's grabbing up whatever they can to protect and defend themselves and alike. So I can't do much about the price, but I mean,
That's a don't worry about it. Put it on hold for me if you can. I probably might be able to strike a bargain with the Lord to kind of maybe do something about give me a small upgrade. But yeah, just keep it on hold for me, and I'll be back maybe tomorrow.
well, if nothing else, I want to look up this name fucking real quick. I remember to say my. I know I made an NPC specifically for blacksmithing. I just don't remember his name to save my life.
Timothy McSnugglebutt.
No,
You mixed snuggle, but
no. He has a name. I just have to find it. Can't remember his name, but you were kind of told about there's a blacksmith that everybody's been going to. He might, if you're able to get in the materials, maybe he might be able to do up something for you. I don't know, but I'll hold on to it as long as I can. But if I got somebody that's willing to buy it, I'll,
oh, of course.
you know how things are.
Yeah, profits come first. I understand. Hopefully I can get the funds to possibly buy it. I do kind of recurrent upgrade. This thing has seen a lot better days.
Yeah, she looks at it and she's like, yeah, I mean, you're wearing leather right now, correct?
Yes, I'm Roman level.
She'll kind of look you over and go, he might be able to do something about that, but I don't know. I know he loves metal, and he works a lot with metal, but he might be able to do something about that leather. I don't know.
Oh, well, that's okay then. I'll go find him and I'll see what he can do.
Okay, as soon as I'm able to find his fucking name, I will remember what the fuck that shit is. But you, so you're kind of guided in the direction of which you need to go, which is kind of back the other way. But you finally arrive and you see him working on a piece. Looks like maybe like a long sword. And as you're getting closer and closer and closer, tut-ting, tut-ting, ping, 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 as he's hitting the material he's working on the anvil. What do you do? And then, Utep, we will get to your intro.
I will try and call out over the constant pitting.
Give me a performance check.
Performance. Where is my performance? There it is.
And roll it with disadvantage because you're trying to get over the noise.
Right. Ooh, okay. Performance +1. That is going to be a 4.
So, you try to yell, "Hey! Hey! Popping! 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 Popping!" still just working away at the metal. He didn't hear you at all.
Oh shit.
I mean, you could try to.
Distracted, steal everything.
I mean, you could try to walk up to him and see if that gets his attention, or
Oh no. I'm gonna walk up. I am gonna walk up to him. Try not to get bonked on in the face or chest by the hammer when he swings it back, and tap him on the shoulder.
okay. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
15.
Okay, so as you tap him on the shoulder, he's like, "What?" And bringing the hammer back at like a rapid speed. You manage to go, "Oh shit," and duck out of the way. And he finally turns around and sees you kind of going, "Don't hit me, please." kind of posture. He's like, "God damn it. Do you all not notice, like, the really big bell that's on the inside wall of the building that says, 'If you need me, ring the freaking bell'?" I don't know why I went Arnold there for a second.
I was gonna say, hey Arnold.
Just what would I roll to just go like look back into my mind and see if I ended up seeing that? History?
Yeah, I would say it would be a history check.
Oh, I think. Oh, that's a nat 20.
You remember?
Plus 0, so yeah.
Yeah, so natural 20. Do you remember seeing, maybe out of like the corner of your eye, a bell on a wall and a sign over it, but you didn't really pay any attention to it? All you know is that there was a bell there. And it wasn't a like little bell. No, it was a large bell. About, I don't know, about this big around. Just hanging on the wall with a piece of braided rope attached to the hammer on the inside of the bell.
Whoops.
He breathes for a moment and kind of looks over his work real quick, and as he's looking over it, he's like, "What can I do for you?" That's it.
Seeing that he's pretty busy, I am going to quickly pull out my greatsword and rapier. How much will it cost to try and get these up? I don't know why I'm going Scottish. How much would it be to get these upgraded or just sharpened?
Okay. He grabs the rapier first and he's looking at it, and of course he's you notice that he's very experienced in his craft. He is an expert in his craft. And he's got his hand over it, and he's just feeling, he kind of has his eyes closed as he's just letting pulling the sword across his clasped hand that's folded over both sides of it. Like, slight bend there. It's a little bent, not by much. Checks the edge, up and down. Bit of some bevels here and there, and then he kind of just looks at it down lengthwise of the blade, and he kind of turns it a couple of times. It's like, well, this one's in a wee bit of rough shape. It'll need a bit of heating and reforming in order to get it back, because you kind of have the slightest, but it is noticeable, bow in it. Nothing that will affect your ability to smack it, to schmurder anything, but
Murdered.
schmurder. But it's there. I do feel it. You kind of have a couple of points where it's beveled on your edges, and then he takes the what's a greatsword, right?
Yes, greatsword.
Okay, he takes the greatsword. He does the same thing again with it. This one's kind of got the same deal going on, though. There's a couple more bows in it. So it'll need to be heated up and reformed. About, I say, give me till about tomorrow afternoon to get it all done up, and call it 5 gold pieces. That's the best I can do. I've got a lot of orders right now from the guard to get stuff pumped out as quickly as I can. As for upgrading it, I would need some components to do so. Depending on what you're looking for, either way, there'll be at least a magical component to it, or a specific metal that I would need in order to apply an upgrade to it. But there's nothing that I can do right now to do that. Plus, also, you're looking at several hundred gold for just that work alone, because I would have to melt the blade down, and to just pure material, and then I had to pour it out into an ingot, and then I gotta add the new material into it and reforge it all completely. So that would take some time.
Dion will raise his hand to just stop him. I understand the whole deal. What items would I possibly need to look for to get the upgrades?
Mainly it would be, again, if you're looking for making it magically imbued, you would need magical components, and unfortunately I don't know how to incorporate that completely on my own. I would need help from like a wizard or a sorcerer or a warlock to imbue the metal with the magic. As for just giving it a bit more strength behind it, making it a bit more durable, you would need to find some higher purity metal ore, or ingots, and right now that's good luck finding any of that. You might have to find some miners. Maybe they might know where you could get some, buy some, but there's not much I can do right now. You just need higher quality material, higher purity material to get the upgrades.
Okay, then. Well, then I'll leave these two in your capable hands just to get them re-strengthened, and I will pull out the 5 gold. You said it was?
Yeah, he didn't say specifically per blade, but it would be per blade, so it would be about 10 gold pieces per blade, and he'll have them done by at least no later than tomorrow afternoon.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon then.
Yep. Do you know where you're going to be staying tonight, or where you're going to be at in the city? I could just send a messenger to you instead of having them try to run around throughout the entire city.
No idea. But possibly last time I was here, I think I stayed at the Rat Tails Inn.
Oh yeah,
I
Mort.
think-
I don't worry about it. If you stay there, I know exactly where that's at. I'm good friends with Mort, so yeah, I'll make sure that if you're there still, that these get to you. And yeah, you
Right.
mark off
Wonderful.
10 gold out of your inventory and unequip the rapier and the greatsword, as you no longer have
Done
them
and done.
as usable items in your inventory. They're still keep them in your inventory, just unequip them.
Yeah. I've already unequipped them.
Now,
All right, and I'll just quickly wave at him as I'm exiting, and I just want to look up in the sky and try and determine what time it is after, I'm guessing, spending some time walking around.
say, I would say at this point in time, in general, and for you and pretty much everybody else, until if anybody else has anything they want to do during that time, about 1-ish. As I drop my pen on the ground. So yeah, about 1-ish.
Right. All right. Since it's around 1-ish, Dion is probably gonna try and stumble his way to remap his steps to the Rat Tails Inn
Okay.
from last time to
Yes.
get himself a cup of water.
Cup of water. All right, and while you're doing that, Talo, are you ready?
See.
Okay. So we're gonna rewind a little bit to see the camera pan across as everybody's going about their business. We see time roll backwards and zooms out in, and that is your scene. What does the camera see before them? What direction you're coming into from the city? And what are you doing? Describe your character.
Fuck, I didn't really think. Coming in from the north part of the river district, you see a rather short, cloaked figure, just kind of minding their own business, keeping to themselves.
Okay. Anything that you're doing in particular? Anything that you're wanting to do?
Wanting to change up my weaponry.
Okay. So you ask around, and people kind of notice that you're the more adventurer type, and they kind of point you down towards the Halls of Justice Bazaar, which is down in the Protector's Enclave district. There are a few places up in this area, but they are ornate, very, very beautiful weapons that, for the most part, you would want to just hang up and
More
like
showpieces than
our showpieces.
weapon.
Yeah. So, you're kind of guided, told that you might want to go down that way. So, do you want to proceed down that way?
I would
Okay.
love to head down that way.
Since you arrived a little bit late, which is fine. That's what I planned it on. That's the reason why we're still going on with this stuff. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's 100% fine. We've had some things happen today, so it's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. It's the reason why I was like, don't worry about it. We got character intros to do. We can burn time through that till you get here. Then we can introduce you. You received, along with the rest of your party, a letter, once again, from the Lord of Neverwinter, Lord Doglet Neverember, which reads as the following. Dear, of course, insert your character's name. I and the people of Neverwinter are in need of your services to deal with an issue we have been dealing with once again. Upon arriving in the city, please come to the Halls of Justice and ask one of the staff to escort you to my office at 4 p.m. for information on the quest. Once the quest is completed, return to my office and you will be rewarded for your help. I hope to meet you in person soon. Very respectfully, Doglet Neverember, Lord of Neverwinter. So, as everybody was arriving...
Sorry, just on the spelling of that. Was it Douglet?
Doglet Neverember is Dagult. I can... Yep. Yeah, so when everybody came into the city, it was around 9 in the, and at the current time of which Bear just left off at with his character, it's about 1. So you got like 4 hours of just everybody kind of doing their own thing. So what do you want to do?
Can you put my name in the chat, please?
Yes, I can do that. I was just about to say, if I need to put a name in chat, just let me know. And that was to you, Halo. Or Uta. Get me?
Oh, I wasn't sure, because
yeah, no,
talking at once. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Everybody's already kind of done their own thing. So it's just kind of whatever the hell you want to do for, like, kind of the next 3 hours in-game.
Yeah, just go get some new weapons.
Okay. So
Change
you're...
up.
Okay, so you're guided down, and you're kind of told as you're going down who to speak to in the bazaar. And as you make your way down to the bazaar, I'm just going to bring you down over here with Dion. Kind of this kind of helped me keep track of where everybody's at. So for the moment, everybody's kind of like right there. I think that's kind of over here, chilling with Rose Metal. Just so that way she doesn't have to worry about anything. You're told to look for this person named Mort, and you're kind of given a bit of a description. They're an ASMR with very flame red hair, very short, and tall, sturdy built, And you arrive and you see, you find this NPC or this Mort person, and he goes, "Well, what can I do for you there, little one?"
I would like to get rid of some weapons and buy some new ones, my friend.
Oh, what exactly are you looking for?
A better shield than the one I currently have, and a longsword.
Well then, better shield and longsword. Those are pretty pennies. Fortunately, I know for a fact I was just back in there. Somebody else was wanted something. I think somebody else was wanting something earlier. I can't remember, but I know they were looking for something. I couldn't help them. Unfortunately, right now, those kind of items are a bit of a hot item. Everybody, including the guards, here in Neverwinter. So I don't have any inventory for that right now, little lass. But that little one. But if you want, there's a blacksmith, but he might tell you the same thing. To be honest, it seems like our lord is gearing up for something.
Would it help me at all if I had told you that I was summoned by said lord?
Unfortunately, even then, I don't have anything for you. I got nothing. My swords have shields, and I got a bunch of other stuff, but nothing for what you're asking for. Sorry, lass.
Ah. 'Tis fine, my friend.
Okay. What do you do at this point? He does tell you that there's a blacksmith that is very good in his trade. But of course, like he said earlier, you might run into the same problem as you are right now. They're just it seems like Neverwinter as a whole is just getting as much arms and armor as they possibly can get their hands on without depleting the market completely for everybody else.
I guess I'll just ask him for. I guess he already told me, wouldn't he have? Start heading towards the blacksmith he mentioned and toss him a gold piece for his time.
Okay, mark off that gold piece then from your inventory. Say, "Oh, thank you, that little one," and hopefully you have better luck. And you proceed that way. You kind of have to go a bit to the east to this blacksmith, and again, as you get closer, you're gonna start hearing ta-ting, 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 as he's working on something, and it seems he's just getting back to it. At this point, I'll say it's about 11 noon. At this point, what do you do? Actually, you know what? Make me a perception check.
Fuck. Where am I going? That's where I'm going. 17.
Okay. So, as you're getting closer, you notice off in the corner of your eye, you notice that there's this big bell mounted on the wall with some braided rope attached to the hammer on the inside of the bell. And above the sign, you can make out, "If in need assistance, ring the bell." What do you do? Ta-ting, ta-ting, and it's very loud, like it's hard to hear your own thoughts.
As I am what I am, just not being revealed yet, I go over to the little rope and kind of pat at it a little.
It moves very slightly, but there's no ring from it.
After actually noticing what the sign says, because I am slow,
It's all good.
I actually ring the bell hard enough.
Dong, 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 dong. Yes, what can I do for you? As you hear the pinging sobs, and he puts his work down. What can I do for you?
Do you happen to have a longsword or shield to sell, my friend?
Hmm.
Or could I commission you to make a longsword?
Scruffs his beard. He's got a bit of a beard, kind of a little bit more than a 5 o'clock shadow going on at this point. That is amazing. Oh wait, no, okay. I don't really have a shield, but I could clean that one up, fix it up a bit. You'll be without it for some time. I just had somebody else commission me to fix their blades, and you see kind of off to the side a rapier and a great sword sitting next to each other in their scabbards. And you said long sword, correct?
See.
Verifying that. Not one.
Oh my god, is he going to sell my greatsword?
No. No. Uta's after a long
I
sword.
don't want another one.
Uta's after a long sword, not a great sword. I do have some great swords that haven't been bought up yet. I just haven't had a chance to get down to Mort, see if he wanted to buy them. It'll cost you 20 gold. And the shield I can fix up. Yes, this is for the longsword.
Okay.
I can fix up that shield for you for about 5 gold, but you'll be without it till tomorrow afternoon.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. So he goes and grabs this longsword, and it's a pretty regular looking longsword. It looks almost very similar to your longsword. There's maybe just a few cosmetic changes, but for the most part, it acts as a regular common sword, longsword.
I don't have a longsword.
Oh, you don't have a longsword. Okay, so I
No,
thought you did.
sword.
Okay,
No.
so you're looking to downgrade a little bit.
Yes.
So yeah, so he grabs this longsword out and he unsheaths it and shows you it. It's a very beautiful blade, a very simple but yet beautiful blade. You can see that he's put a lot of work into it. It is a very he's very prideful of his work. Like he is there's a reason why the people tell others to go to him, and also the reason why it seems like the army, or not the army, the guard is picking everybody up.
Saying hi before I go to work.
Well, not right now.
Bye.
Bye.
That's not spring.
Well,
It is Tuesday.
yeah. Anyways,
My child.
yeah, my child. And the guard is a very just simple, but yet a very nice guard. Nothing elegant about it. It's just there may be some like cosmetic things that he's done to it, but there's nothing really like ornate about this weapon. It is a tool, and that tool's job is to be a weapon. But it is a very nice longsword. What do you think? And he kind of just offers it to you to maybe like do a couple test swings. With the 17, you also kind of notice that there might be like some training dummies around that look like they've been beaten up, as if he's making sure that his blades are good.
I kind of take the sword for him and gesture towards the dummies.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Well, then I would like to go hit a dummy.
Okay. Roll me. Roll to hit. Just use your current greatsword stats right now.
That's just a normal D20, right?
D20 plus whatever the modifier is for your greatsword at the moment. So I don't think it'll change between the long and the great.
So it'd be the 20 plus 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, 21.
21. So you take this, and you see the dummy that you wish to strike, and you just swing at it, and you put a nice big old scar across it. You actually dig into like this wooden dummy, right above another carved spot where he's already slashed at it before, and it goes deep into it. It's sharp. It does get the job done.
Thinking to myself that this is a mighty fine sword, I turn back over to him and say, I would like this, please.
Okay. He says, all right, well, that'll be 20 gold for the sword, plus another 5 for the shield, so 25 gold pieces in total. And if you want to do the smallest amount of currency possible, that'll be 2 platinum and 5 gold.
Considering I only have gold pieces on me, I'm doing gold pieces.
Okay.
You said 35?
25.
Right? Or 30?
25.
25. Well, I'll give him 30.
All right. So mark 30 out of
saying thank you.
Yep, so you mark 30 gold out of your inventory, giving him an extra 5 for it. Like, oh, thank you. And, sorry I couldn't really help out with getting you a new shield, but and he kind of pats on the shield. I'll get this one right as rain for you. Do you know where you're going to be staying at?
Not at the moment. I'm supposed to meet with, what was her name?
Doglet Neverember is the person you're speaking with, the Lord of Neverwinter.
I'm supposed to meet with... You're right. I'm supposed to meet with Doglet Neverember later, so...
Oh!
I don't know.
So, you might be with them. You know what? Just in case, I'll send it to the Rat's Tails Inn, but somebody will find you to let you know that your shield's ready. And he goes and places it right on top of the rapier and the greatsword that you saw before. It looks like kind of like a pile of like custom orders or a more per customer order, not a bulk order. And he goes back and puts the original piece that he was working on back into the forge, starts to reheat it, and goes back to the anvil. Anything else you want to do at this time, or you just want to go chill and vibe until meeting time?
Is he already back tinging away, or?
Yeah, he's back tinging away.
Damn.
Why?
Because I have a greatsword I need to get rid of now.
Oh, you want to sell the greatsword too?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. That's on me. So, we'll work on that a little bit. So, he looks at the greatsword, and is also, you notice that he's, clasped his hand over it, and he's feeling it up and down and kind of muttering, under his breath going, there's a bow there, there. Goes around the other side and checks also the edge, chip, and everything. He goes, it's not a bad weapon, but unfortunately, in order for me to be able to sell it again, I want to have to reform the blade and forge it out. Say 20 gold. That's the best I can do, honestly. If it was in better condition, I would sell it. I would buy it from you for a little bit more, but I need to reforge it.
I would like to tell him I understand that it has been through a few years of combat from myself.
I see this.
If 20 is what you would like, I can do 20.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and give yourself 20 gold back, because that'll equal out the longsword. So essentially, what you did is a trade of swords, and then
Trade
What?
of weapons, yeah.
trade of weapons, and then 5 gold for the shield repair, and then another 5 for a tip. So yeah, so just give yourself 20 gold back in your inventory if you already
And
taken it
then
out.
I have a mace. I would like to get rid of.
Okay. And takes a look at the mace.
I kind of just go ahead.
He kind of looks at it, notices that it has been torn up, hardly even. Like, I could resell this for about base price. 5 gold.
Oh no, please keep your gold. I would just like to pass it off so someone else could have it.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
You've helped me plenty already.
Just do what I can. Looks like we're about to come into some very dark times, based off of what's all going on with the guard and everything. And it kind of looks slightly to like this rack of just swords for days and axes and maces, all of it just for days. Just chilling there, but he didn't go to them to sell you the longsword.
Just kind of gander over with him and just that's
Well-
all. Just
Well,
kinda
he
gander.
he kind of tilts his head over in that direction and just looks. He doesn't really go over there. He just kind of turns his head to look. Not really turning away from you, but just enough to see it out of the corner of his eye. Yeah, what do you do?
I thank him again for his time and head off.
He says, thank you. And he actually goes and takes this maze, cleans it up a little bit, and then puts it with the rack of just fucking weapons for days. And then goes back to work on the piece that he was working on. He heats it back up and goes, ta-ting, 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 ta-ting. Anything else you want to do? At this point, it'll be about noon. I would say, roughly, give or take.
I'm good.
So, does anybody else want to do anything? Flash forwarding back to about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You got about 3 hours before you need to meet, be at least at the Halls of Justice to meet Lord Neverwinter.
Oh,
something.
after you. After Darko.
Okay. I put something in the IC chat saying I would like to raise my paw to do things.
Okay, let me take a look at that on my phone because fucking Stream Elements is a bit.
Oh no, it's okay. It didn't have any details. I want to do stuff.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So as I'm still in the Protector's Enclave, Milo walks. You see her walk out of the little store that she's in, looking a little bit proud of herself because she got her snacks. And she's traveling down this little market, and she's looking around, and she's looking for a collar, a nice like leather collar, no tags, but just a nice little decorative collar because she's feeling a bit fancy after her little expedition of snacks.
Okay.
So the stallers see
It's kinky as fuck.
So you see her walk, like all the stall holders see this beautiful red-headed Neko just walking along in a nice, her nice cute little adventurer's outfit. Kind of like looking a little bit curious.
Okay.
And she just walks over to this stall that has some like leather goods and stuff like that. And you just see her pouring at things, like legit just pouring at them.
Yeah, so you do this through a couple of storefronts, and you notice you don't really see them fully, you just kind of notice them walk up, and just go, "What can I do for you there, dearie?"
Yeah? Hey, sorry, I was a bit distracted by your goods.
It's perfectly fine. And as you look up, you see this kind of older elf, not elf, half elf. She's kind of got gray hairs growing in her like blonde hair. Wearing just a simple apron, looks like a leather apron, with a very simple tunic and skirt.
Oh, so pretty.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Yeah, I'm actually looking for a cute little color to go with my outfit. It's more just like an aesthetic thing. It doesn't have to have any superpowers or anything. But just feeling a little bit fancy, and I saw your cute wares here, and I was wondering if you had anything of the like.
Okay. As you're asking for this, you kind of notice that she maintains her like appearance like she was when she first originally walked up to you, but you do kind of notice that she's a little bit taken aback that you're asking it for you. Of course. Let me go back and pull something out. And she goes back and
Thank you.
You're welcome. And she goes to the back. Remind me, what color clothes are you wearing again?
So I'm just like in a normal adventurer's outfit, like nothing special.
Yeah, but like what colors would they be?
Oh right, yeah, black.
Black, okay.
Like my soul.
Don't stop. So yeah, so she goes back. She comes out with this this little wooden box. It's about roughly 8 inches long. And she comes back.
Black and big.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow. She comes back and she goes, with this suture case. And
What's the girth?
About 3 inches.
Nice.
And she opens it up and angles it down for you. And what you see inside the box is this really nice leather collar that has kind of like a little bell attached to it.
It has a bell.
A little gold bell. And you notice that on the that it's not just a single piece of leather, because you notice that it's a little bit thicker than just a single piece of leather. It's actually been it's double back leathered that's been stitched together with it's a very with a very popping red leather thread going around it. Apart from that, it's kind of simple. There are a bit of etchings within it that have been cut into the leather, but it's a very good looking collar, and you wager that it probably fit comfortably around your neck as kind of like a choker.
Oh, this looks stunning. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love your craftsmanship. Please give my compliments to whoever made this, because it is absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you. I actually made this one by myself.
Wow, you have wonderful marksmanship.
Thank
I
you.
have a quick question.
Yes.
Because I'm an adventurer, I can see there's a cute little bell here.
Mhm.
Which I adore because it gives me something to play with. Because I'm an adventurer, I'm happy with like the aesthetic of the bell itself. But is there any way we can take out the little thing that makes it chime, so I can still have a bit of stealth, you know?
Well, there you could, and she kind of notices the bell's been attached in a way that behind, which also is thanks to the fact that it's double back leathered, that in between the two pieces of leather is a D-ring, with a and the bell itself is on its own little ring that isn't like welded together or forged well together. You can actually kind of, with a little bit of oomph, be able to open it up, and she kind of demonstrates that you're able to open it up and pop it off and then close back up, so that way you don't lose the ring for the bell.
It's amazing. How much for this shiny piece of awesomeness?
Well, give me. We'll ask for a straight charisma check. So this D20 plus your charisma modifier.
Cool. Can do. Where is my charisma? How much charisma do I have? It's like I got 10.
10 plus. Is that the total?
That's including my.
Okay.
I don't have very much charisma.
Okay. She kind of looks at you. You kind of see a little bit of a glow when you compliment on the craftsmanship. She goes, I am willing to part with this for about 2 gold and a couple of silvers, if that's amenable. By a couple, like 3 silver, so 2 gold and 3 silvers.
No, you're fine. That is exceptionally wow.
Words?
Those 2 words together. I meant to say exceptionally reasonable, and my brain just put them into one. I'm like, sure, why not? Okay, what I will do is I will happily provide you with your gold and your silver, and upon placing it onto her hand, she sees an extra like 5 platinums just sitting on top.
Platinums.
Shh, don't question me.
Okay.
Take
That was not NPC questioning that. That was DM questioning that. I'm like, platinums are like 10 golds a piece. Come on now. But
yeah.
okay.
Because I feel like she's, with all of her marksmanships and craftsmanships, that she deserves to be paid more for her time.
Okay. So you say this and you give this to her. She just looks and notices the platinum. Mark all that off in your inventory.
Yes.
She notices it and it's like, no, I can't take this platinum from you. I truly cannot. And she tries to give it back to you.
She's fighting a cat. I respectfully take back the platinums, but I just leave 1 there. Instead of the 5, I just leave 1 and say, I just wish to pay you for all of your time and your effort for, your beautiful work. So I hope you accept this as a token of my appreciation.
Roll a persuasion check.
How good am I at persuading? Probably not much. I should get a 1.
No, rip.
Rip. But it's okay. I can plus 1 because of my charisma, so technically it's 2.
She looks at you and she's debating this in her head. She's like, well, thank you very much. And she won't argue with you, and she'll just kind of put all that money in a little pocket she has on her apron, a little leather pocket she has on her apron. And you kind of hear the sound of probably some other pieces that are in there as well.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do? She asks, is there anything else I can help you with?
No, just that one. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And then I grab the box and immediately put on the collar because why not?
Okay.
And I start running around because I now have the zoomies. Feeling very proud of myself. I start zooming towards my next mission, which is going to see this Lord Neverwinter.
Okay.
Neverwinter, whatever.
And as you're going through the streets, you hear ding 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 ding. This is rattling of the bell. Yep, literally. Will, Dion, Ozzy. Any of you
I'd just
three?
like to say, fuck you. I'd just like to say, fuck you, Uta. I was legit looking at that gift.
Be faster, bitch.
Damn. But yeah, anything you 3 want to do, or we will just time skip forward.
I don't want to take up too much time. Rex would like to just find an apothecary if possible.
Apothecary, that's a big word that I do not know.
Oh, someone who deals in herbs
Potion
and
maker.
potions and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way down. You're kind of
Making my way down.
there are some
I was
places
just thinking the same.
I was thinking the same. I was just trying not to give in. You're told that there's a couple of shops in the area that you're at, but you're also kind of directed down to, of course, again, the Protectors Enclave district. You kind of hear some people talk about this centaur lady named Rose Meadow. Seems to be like pretty good at like making teas and herbal stuff like that. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
I'm not necessarily looking for teas and stuff. I'm looking for like potions,
Okay,
rare
potions.
ingredients.
Rare ingredients.
But yeah, someone who deals with like elixirs and potion making and that sort of thing.
So, you were then told that because they kind of noticed that, yeah, you may be like wearing way above what the fuck you should ever fucking have for your money right now. Well, at the time, clothes, and you have this goblin that's kind of looking the same like you with a bowler hat on. You're told that maybe they kind of notice that you look a bit more adventurous. That maybe the Halls of Justice Bazaar might be your pick. There are some people down there that specialize more in that area. Too, in fact, you're told of a elderly human female that goes by the name of Sister Esther. She kind of does the more potions and things like that. And then you're told about this dwarf, very elderly dwarf wizard by the name of Professor Laxton, and I will type that name out, and I will type both of those names out into the Roll20 chat for you.
Oh.
Before you continue, BC.
Yes.
After this, you guys don't mind if we have
Yeah, I was
30
going
to 40 minute
I
break?
was going to do that just after this, before you all go to see Neverwinter.
Yeah, because
I was keeping an eye on the clock. Yep.
Yeah,
I got you.
Because I'm going to be leaving, just disappearing now.
Okay.
And hopefully I'll be back before the end of the initial break.
Yeah.
So,
and if nothing else,
have fun, everyone.
we can just do time stuff like that. So if you just want to mute, so that way nothing gets messed up with.
I'm on push to talk. Don't worry.
Okay, sweet. That works for me.
Right, be right back.
Okay. There's the spellings for you. And you're kind of told to make your way down to this bazaar, this Halls of Justice bazaar. You want to head down that way?
I would absolutely. Yeah, Rex will make their way downtown, walking fast in the homebound.
Making my way downtown, going fast. I got a goblin on my shoulder. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So you arrive, and if you want, the Halls of Justice and area is in the bottom right of the map. And real quick, I just need to make sure that's being visually... Okay, no, it's not completely, but I can quickly fix that. You kind of notice that there's a whole bunch of stalls all in the walls and also a center area set up. You notice this Asamar, very sturdily built, about 6'4", with flaming hair, and he's got a whole bunch of weapons in front of him. And you notice next to him is the elderly human female who's wearing very cleric robes on her, and she has a holy symbol necklace on her. God, if I can outdive, that'll be appreciated. And you might notice the dwarf wizard kind of wearing the default stereotypical wizard clothes with the robe and the hat, kind of look like Gandalf but short as fuck.
Mates Gandalf.
Yep. Behind this Asamar with the flaming red hair.
Are they all in the same stall, or are these like different stalls?
They're different stalls. They're just in the same center area. They all have their own individual stalls, but they're in the same center area.
Gotcha. In that case, I will approach Sister Esther first.
Okay.
Rex will walk up with Gribby, on his shoulders.
Okay.
Hello to you, sister.
And she looks up at you, and she sees that you have this goblin on your shoulders, and she just isn't fucking phased by it, that you can tell. Welcome, child. What can I do for you?
Sister, I come seeking some rare ingredients and perhaps any potions you might have that might aid me in my forthcoming adventures. Is there any chance? What potions do you deal in?
I sell many different types. It just depends on what I have available. Predominantly, I sell healing potions, but there are some potions of resistance that I could sell if I have them.
Oh, excellent. How much would it be for a simple healing potion?
For a simple healing one. It will be 50 gold for each one, and I only have 3 readily available at the moment.
Thank you, sister. I would love to. Well, actually, before I make that purchase,
Yes.
you said you had some potions of resistance. What kind of elements might these protect me from?
I currently only have a potion of thunder resistance. Essentially, it will help negate some of the damage that you may take from any sort of thunder magic or elements for a short time. Basically, potion of thunder resistance lasts for 1 hour, and you
Sure.
take half damage from thunder damage.
Good to know. Well, if I find myself heading towards any storms, you'll be the first to let know. For now, actually, one other thing.
Yes.
I've been trying to acquire a rare ingredient. Doesn't seem to be a lot of it around these days.
What ingredient would that
Would you-
be?
By any chance, would you have a dragon's blood?
I rolled an ant one in that. She just looks at you, not phased by the request, but just kind of curious. You know, dragon's blood can be very dangerous to one's body, correct, child?
Oh, I would only be using it as an amplifier for some other concoctions.
She's gonna, give me a deception check.
I'm gonna spend a sorcery point to re-roll that.
Okay. Reroll, take that roll.
Yeah. Actually, changing d20s. Come on. That's better. 19 plus 27.
27. Okay. So, she looks at you and goes, I do not have any of that. Maybe Professor Laxton might have some, but it is something that we don't normally carry, that I don't normally carry. I am more of potions than anything else.
Understood. I was just curious to see. Do you know that's fine. That's fine. I would love to purchase the 3 healing potions. Shall we say for all 3, 130 gold?
Persuasion.
Sorry.
Persuasion. Need a
Oh, persuasion.
Yep.
9 plus persuasion. 9 plus 8. Is that right? Yeah, 9 plus 8 is 17.
You said 130, correct?
130, yeah.
She thinks for a moment. She's like,
Mhm.
that will be agreeable. And she turns around and opens up this like kind of like a can't remember the correct term for it, but this jewelry cabinet almost, and plucks 3 potions of healing and has them in between her fingers, just gracefully hands them off, still holding them, but pointing them at you with her other hand, waiting for the gold. Or whatever you wish to pay with.
Of course. And yes, I will thank you very much, sister. That's most kind of you. And we'll hand over the 130 gold pieces.
Okay, mark that off in your inventory. You're welcome. And it's not hard to get the potions away from her. Like, she just has enough of the grip just to make sure they don't fall. You collect them, add 3 potions of healing to your inventory.
Woo! I don't want to drag this out. I will quickly run over to the wizard and introduce. Hello, good wizard. How are you this day?
Yes, what can I do for you there, Sonny?
I was just intrigued by your wares, and I might have a couple of specific requests. But what is it that you deal in? You dabble in?
Oh, mainly books, gems, and scrolls. Sometimes some other stuff if I have the personal request.
Ooh, very interesting. You wouldn't perhaps traffic in more rare spell components and herbs?
I have all spell components necessary and herbs. What specifically are you looking for?
Well, I was hoping, and this might be a strange request, but I've been trying to find dragon's blood for something I'm working on. Is that something you might have by chance?
And I should have also added this when you walked up to him. He's puffing on a pipe at the moment.
Oh.
He's actually, you kind of just see him stop and just keeps sucking. Like, you can see the tobacco in his pipe that just getting brighter and brighter as he's just continuously bringing air in and heating it up. A few seconds goes by. Say that again. Yeah. Blow gently. There, Milo. You said
dragon's blood. Yeah, it's my understanding is that it's a component for enhancing the properties of various potions and elixirs.
Goes back to puffing on it as he just looks over you, like, oh, I don't typically have that, and it's very, very rare to come by.
Understood.
I'll be honest.
Not every day someone slays a dragon, I suppose.
No, not really. You didn't. And he kind of gets in closer to you and goes, you didn't hear this from me. Maybe towards the east side of the Protector's Enclave, you might be able to find something there that's a bit more shadier. Over there. But you didn't hear that from me.
No, thank you very much. And I'll toss him a gold for that little tidbit.
Mark it out of your inventory. And he says, thank you. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yes, I guess you say you take requests for specific items.
Yes.
I myself have been graced with some magical abilities, and I'll just I'll just make some. I'll go to start making a firebolt in my hand, but then not actually cast it.
Okay.
Just to.
Yes.
Is there anything you might have that could amplify such abilities, or could be useful to a spellcaster such as a naturally gifted spellcaster such as myself?
He looks you up and down. puffing on his pipe. He goes, don't see what your spell casting item is. And he looks at you.
Oh, it's this. And I'll produce the. It's a crystal from under my shirt. There's a crystal that I wear on a necklace. That's as my spellcasting focus. It's a crystal that's had a little hole made in it, and just on a thin silver chain, kind of this amethysty purple crystal.
Interesting. I've never seen anybody spellcast with it around their neck like that. It's normally you see somebody with it on their hand, or a wand, or a staff, but never, or a holy symbol, never like that.
More natural gift for myself. It's in the blood, I believe you might say. I'm not sure actually where it comes from.
Okay. He'll scratch his head a little bit, puff a couple more times on his pipe, and go, I can't think of anything right now to amplify it, but I'll keep thinking about it. Maybe come back to me in a while. I'll give me a few weeks, and I might be able to figure out something.
I would pay most handsomely for anything that
of course.
produce. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You as well. And with that, we are going to take a break. So it is going to be a wee bit of an extended break. As of this point, we're at about 1, maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon at this point, with everything that's been transpiring. So, closing in on meeting Doglet Neverwinter, Lord of Neverwinter. So, we may take a wee bit of a longer break, but kind of BS a little bit, maybe do a little bit more of character development. Who knows? But go refill your drinks, get yourself some numbs, go use that if you have to, but don't change that channel. We'll be right back. And for those on YouTube, we'll see you for part 2.